In a shocking turn of events that reads like a script from a dark drama, the tragic story of Rebecca Fredrickson unfolds. Imagine discovering that the person you trusted the most, your husband, is not only having an affair, but is involved with someone as close as your own mother. This horrifying betrayal led to a crime so brutal it stunned the entire community. In this incredible true crime documentary, we dive deep into the tangled web of lies, love, and murder, revealing how a seemingly perfect life unraveled into a story of betrayal and bloodshed. Buckle up as we explore the twisted path that led to a shocking conclusion you won't believe. On September 15, 2019, San Antonio was rocked by an incident that seemed to come straight out of an incredible true crime story. Rebecca Fredrickson, a cherished local baker known for her warm smile and delicious pastries, was discovered lifeless in her own kitchen. The brutal nature of the crime, involving a rolling pin as the weapon, left the community in utter shock. Her death was not just a personal tragedy for her family, but also a dark mark on the city's sense of safety and security. The rolling pin, once a symbol of comfort and home baking, now stood as a grim reminder of the cruelty that unfolded. In the wake of Rebecca's death, the community grappled with disbelief and grief. The shockwaves of her murder were felt deeply by her friends and neighbors, who struggled to make sense of how someone so beloved could meet such a tragic end. For those who had known Rebecca only as a kind-hearted baker, the revelation of her violent death was a harsh contrast to the warmth they had associated with her. As details of the case began to surface, the focus shifted to uncovering the truth behind this brutal crime. It was clear that this was not an ordinary case. It was an incredible story of betrayal and deceit that would unravel with each passing day. The investigation into Rebecca's murder uncovered layers of complexity that revealed a dark side to those closest to her. As the authorities delved deeper, it became apparent that this was not just a random act of violence, but a crime driven by intense personal motives. The discovery of Rebecca's body marked the beginning of a narrative that would uncover shocking truths about her family, leading to a series of revelations that would leave everyone questioning the nature of trust and loyalty. This was no longer just a story about a murder. It was about the incredible betrayals that had led to this tragic end. As the community awaited answers, the murder of Rebecca Fredrickson became a stark reminder of how even the most seemingly idyllic lives can be shattered by crime. The subsequent investigation and trial promised to unveil the truth behind this shocking event. The details of what had transpired in that kitchen were crucial, not only for bringing justice, but for understanding the depth of the personal conflicts that had culminated in such a heinous act. With each new revelation, the incredible story of Rebecca's murder grew even more complex and compelling, drawing the community and the media into a deeper examination of the crime and its aftermath. The investigation into Rebecca Fredrickson's murder took a shocking turn when it was revealed that her husband, Michael Fredrickson, had been involved in an affair with Rebecca's own mother, Margaret Ruth Breedlove. This incredible twist in the story added layers of complexity and motive to the case. Michael's dissatisfaction with his marriage, combined with Ruth's unexpected pregnancy, created a tangled web of deceit that would soon unravel. The affair was not just a betrayal of Rebecca's trust, but a devastating breach of familial bonds that would ultimately contribute to the crime. As details emerged, the affair between Michael and Ruth painted a disturbing picture of personal and relational turmoil. The revelation of Ruth's pregnancy only intensified the motive for the crime, suggesting that the affair was not a fleeting lapse in judgment, but a deeply rooted issue that had far-reaching consequences. This scenario of betrayal and unmet desires illustrated how personal grievances and hidden secrets could escalate into violent outcomes. The once familiar faces of Michael and Ruth were now seen through a lens of suspicion and scandal, highlighting the incredible impact of their actions on the tragic events that followed. The affair's impact extended beyond the immediate circle of those involved. For the community, it was a stark reminder of how private betrayals could have far-reaching consequences. The shock of discovering that Rebecca's murder was tied to such a profound personal betrayal forced everyone to reconsider their perceptions of trust and fidelity. It became evident that the affair was not just a background detail, but a crucial element that shaped the tragic outcome. The story of Michael and Ruth's illicit relationship was now central to understanding the motivations behind the crime. As the investigation continued, the implications of Michael and Ruth's affair became increasingly clear. Their actions had set off a chain reaction that led to Rebecca's murder, highlighting the incredible capacity for personal choices to spiral into catastrophic consequences. The community and investigators alike were left to piece together how such an intimate betrayal could result in such a violent act. This dramatic revelation not only altered the course of the investigation, but also underscored the profound impact of hidden truths on the unfolding crime story. Michael Fredrickson's initial denial of involvement in Rebecca's murder was shattered when police presented damning evidence of his affair with Margaret Ruth Breedlove and Ruth's pregnancy. This incredible turn of events forced Michael to confront the truth. In a dramatic confession, he admitted to the crime, revealing that the murder had been the result of a violent confrontation with Rebecca. The intensity of his rage and the underlying issues in their relationship came to light, painting a stark picture of how personal conflicts can escalate into extreme actions. The confession was a pivotal moment in the investigation, providing crucial insights into Michael's state of mind. It showcased how a combination of guilt, anger, and desperation could drive someone to commit such a heinous act. Michael's admission also highlighted the complex interplay between emotional turmoil and criminal behavior. By confessing, he not only revealed his own culpability, but also shed light on the explosive circumstances that led to the tragic outcome, emphasizing the role of intense personal conflicts in driving individuals to commit crimes. For the community and Rebecca's family, Michael's confession was both a revelation and a source of profound pain. The details of his confession forced everyone to confront the brutal reality of the crime and the deep-seated issues within Rebecca and Michael's marriage. It served as a stark reminder of how hidden problems and emotional turbulence could culminate in violent acts. Michael's admission was a sobering reflection on the incredible depths of human emotion and the destructive potential when such emotions are left unchecked. As Michael's confession became public, it further complicated the narrative of Rebecca's murder. The incredible twist of his guilt, combined with the revelations of the affair and Ruth's pregnancy, created a multifaceted story of betrayal and rage. This development not only altered the course of the investigation, but also left lingering questions about the nature of human behavior and the factors that drive individuals to commit extreme acts. The case continued to unfold with a complexity that underscored the profound impact of personal turmoil on criminal actions. On January 7, 2020, the trial of Michael Fredrickson concluded with a verdict that shocked many. Found guilty of first-degree murder, Michael was sentenced to life in prison without parole. This incredible outcome highlighted not only the gravity of his crime, but also the profound impact it had on Rebecca's family and the San Antonio community. The trial was a focal point for media coverage, drawing attention to the tragic story and the legal proceedings that followed. The courtroom drama underscored the intense emotional stakes involved, reflecting the deep scars left by the crime. The legal process, while methodical, could not fully capture the emotional toll of the murder. Michael's conviction was a critical step in addressing the crime, but it also opened a broader discussion about justice and the aftermath of such violent acts. The media coverage and public interest in the trial brought to light the devastating effects on Rebecca's family, who had to navigate their grief while dealing with the public scrutiny. This trial demonstrated how crime and its consequences ripple through communities, affecting not just those directly involved, but also the wider society. During the trial, the evidence presented painted a stark picture of the circumstances leading up to Rebecca's death. The revelations about Michael's affair, combined with his confession and the brutal nature of the crime, formed a harrowing narrative that captivated and horrified those following the case. The trial was not just a legal proceeding, but a dramatic unfolding of an incredible story of betrayal and violence, illustrating the far-reaching impact of personal decisions and conflicts. Michael's conviction marked the end of a significant chapter in this tragic story, but left behind a legacy of pain and reflection. The community of San Antonio was left to grapple with the aftermath, as the trial underscored the profound impact of the crime on everyone involved. The legal resolution, while providing some measure of justice, highlighted the continuing need to address the deeper issues of human behavior and emotional turmoil that can lead to such devastating acts. Following Michael Fredrickson's sentencing, the aftermath unfolded with its own set of poignant consequences. Michael began serving his life sentence, his fate sealed by the court's decision. For Ruth Breedlove, the situation was equally dire. Ostracized by the community and grappling with the repercussions of her actions, she chose to leave San Antonio. Her departure marked a significant shift in her life, as she also made the heart-wrenching decision to give up her baby for adoption. This choice was driven by the overwhelming pressure and stigma she faced, illustrating the complex web of personal and social consequences following such a tragic event. The emotional impact of the case extended far beyond the courtroom. Rebecca Fredrickson's family had to endure the pain of losing a beloved member while dealing with the public fallout of the affair and murder. Their struggle was compounded by the community's reactions as they navigated their grief in the public eye. The case became a somber reminder of how crime can unravel lives in profound and unexpected ways, leaving lasting scars on those affected. For the broader San Antonio community, the case was a source of shock and reflection. The intense media coverage and the dramatic nature of the crime prompted discussions about trust, betrayal, and the consequences of personal actions. It served as a stark reminder of how even seemingly personal conflicts can escalate into public tragedies, affecting countless lives and reshaping community dynamics. In the end, the fallout from the case highlighted the enduring impact of crime on all involved. The lives of those at the center of the tragedy, including Rebecca's family, Michael, and Ruth, were irrevocably changed. As the community tried to heal, the case remained a potent symbol of the complexities and emotional depths of human relationships and the far-reaching consequences of criminal actions. As we've unraveled this heart-wrenching tale, it's clear that even in the darkest moments, there are profound lessons to be learned. How do you cope with betrayal and grief? How can you protect yourself from the unexpected twists that life can throw at you? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you ever faced a shocking betrayal or been in a situation where trust was shattered? Your story might help others navigate similar challenges. If you found this deep dive into the incredible world of true crime compelling, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Stay tuned for more gripping stories and insights that keep you informed and engaged.